11:09 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. Chad Xavier Harris here recording the Chat Show 2019, the Chat Diary, Chat Video Diary 2019, the CFK TV Season 2, live from New York, Syracuse, 13203, there do, where do, that at. So, I just woke up a few hours ago, and I stayed in the bed a few hours after waking up. I was up 24 hours yesterday, and I was very sore, very sore. And right when I got out of the bed, about an hour ago, half an hour ago, I told myself, told God, thank you for waking me up and allowing me to sleep peacefully and to wake up. And as much as I want to just lay down and rest and stuff, I have trays open, so I might have to watch those at least for some of them and stuff. And you just always have to kind of pay attention to it in case you went the wrong way and stuff, and it crashes or whatever. And so you want to try to be real proactive about it. At the same time, watching that nonstop all day is very anxiety inducing, and it is crazy. It is crazy. It would just immediately blow your high and stuff. So it's 11 o'clock, and I have to check the Ripple trades and stuff. I did a sell. I did 3 sales. Oh shit, I know what you're thinking. That's volatile as fuck, bro. Why'd you do 3 sales? So last night I went to some trades on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar in the down direction, in the sell direction. When the price was about 4, that was 68, 400 something, 460 something. And it said to sell it at 68.5, 78 and stuff. So, and that's kind of about where it went. I've been watching it for weeks and trading it for weeks. A few weeks ago, last week, it had went up to, one of the last times I was trading, it had went up to 68.7. And I was supposed to keep buying it until 7 and then sell at 7. So now it's like, says sell it at 5.70, it's about 6. So I caught it at 4. So, and I was almost able to do that with the Ripple. So I woke up today, and the balance was $17, and the equity was 27. So I was $10 over. It was almost double and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Jumped almost doubled on me. That's cool. So I did 3 Ripple sales. My Ripple was at 32, 4 to 32, and I didn't get it right at 34 when I saw it at 30. When I saw it at 32, 400. I went to research it to see what it was saying and stuff, and I looked at the bar, and I was like, yeah, the bar's probably going to ride back down, because when I was doing the Ripple trades, you do the sell at 11 p.m., it's going to keep selling to about 11 a.m. and stuff, because after that, 11 noon and stuff, maybe even 4 or whatever, you got to really watch it between 11 a.m. before, because it's going to go down all night, and then it'll buy up at 7, 8, but it's not buying up for the whole day. No, it's not going to do that to the afternoon session. It's still the morning time. No. There's multiple sessions in effect. It's the Asian session from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. London session from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. New York session from noon to 8 p.m. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let all that stuff go. So I guess when New York gets in the game at noon, then it's pretty good. And then by the time it hits 4, now it's the afternoon shift, and London's clocking out. And now it's just Asia, and Asia's not in there anymore. Asia been when London started, so now it's just London and whoever else wants to be in there. So I'm just doing that. So real quick, let me talk about my first girlfriend, Isis. Her name is Isis Nunez. She's Cuban, half white. Mom's name is Sandy. Dad's name I don't know. And she got a little brother named Chris. That's the youngest. She got a little brother named Danny, but they adults now. If I'm about to be 30, yeah, they weren't too far behind her. So Danny was real cool. I never really talked to him, but Danny was cool. Alright, so let me tell you a story about Isis, man. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, just to admit to her, and just to admit to myself, and admit to the world, just to speak about her. She was a wonderful person. Isis Nunez. She's in the army. She always wanted to be in the army. Always wanted to be in the army. Then I talked to her in 2012 when I was just being at chat films, somewhere around there, and she had tried to get in and failed, and she was so hurt about that. Then the next time I spoke to her, Facebook, maybe 2015, and she was in the army, and I was like, oh man, she's a military police officer. She'll lock your ass up. So here's how I met Isis. Like I was in love with her sister, Linda Casanas, and like I was like, it was just horrible. It was a horrible thing. Linda, why, why? So like Linda didn't want me. Like she wanted my friend Sean, and Sean just wanted to smash, and I was like, damn. And then like other guys like were trying to get Linda, like older guys and stuff. I was Linda's like best friend, so she was always calling me with the guy problems. So I knew all the fucking guy problems, and it was so horrible. I was 8th grade. I was like, oh my goodness, why is the girl I like calling me, talking to other guys? What the fuck? I don't want to do this shit. And then it started to catch on, and I did that with Veronica Fire, Maria, and she has kids now, and she moved to Tallahassee. She got in a situation like that with guys who just wanted to smash. So she called me, like, before she went to Tallahassee, like when she had having problems with guys in Miami or whatever, and like, excuse me, she'll call me, and while I'm on the phone with Linda, and I had to click over, and I have like two, having to figure this out, and I'm like, I'd rather talk to Maria. I'd rather talk to Veronica about her guy problems, because, so I was like real cool with Linda's parents. She had stepdad named John. Linda's little brother's named Nick. Nick is the shit. Nick, what's up? Nick Casanas, what's up, man? Nick, it's the fucking shit, man. Nick, what's up, man? Nick Casanas, what's up, man? Nicholas Casanas. Hey. Nicholas Casanas, what's up, man? So, I used to go over there all the time. She lived like a few blocks away from my house, like in the same neighborhood. Well, it was a big ass neighborhood, so I had to ride my bike like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, whatever. And it was like on the other side of it, but I used to go over there all the time. I can't wait to walk over there again. I can't wait to just walk through Miami. Just go to Miami and just walk through and just walk through and just enjoy the fact that nobody's looking for me and trying to whip my ass and shit. Nobody knows me, and they might recognize me and they might not, and I just keep it moving. If they don't, and just go to the places that I used to go. And Linda was part of the Zoo Magnet with me, so when I mentioned that the middle school I went to, Richmond Heights Middle School, had a Zoo Magnet, so it's Richmond Heights Middle School Zoo Magnet program. And we used to go to the zoo every day, so we had each other in the same class in 8th grade and stuff. So, and I think it's 6th grade, or it might have been like 6th grade. And like I liked her then. And like I would just be asshole to her, just rude to her and shit, fuck with her. Then in 8th grade, like then we got real close and shit. And I used to go to her house all the time. Her mom, Medina Russo Casanas, always cook for me, and she was cooking for them and inviting me for dinner. And salmon cakes were my favorite. Salmon cakes, salmon patties. Oh my goodness, she knows it. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you. Salmon patties. So eventually, Linda introduced me to Isis. And so I'm like, who's Isis? And Isis is her stepsister. Her dad married Sandy and was dating Sandy and Isis. So Isis was Cuban. She was tall, and I was short as fuck back then. Like I'm only like 5'7" now, 5'11" now, whatever, like 5'11". So in 8th grade, I was way fucking short. I probably didn't even touch 5 feet. I was like 4 or some shit, and it was horrible being a short nerd and shit. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? And when's the first time I met Isis? I don't know, but we started talking on the phone. We were talking on the phone all the time, and I used to call her, and I would have to pretend to be a girl, because it was back in the house phone days. So her mom would pick up the phone, and I'd be like, "Hi, can I speak to Isis, please?" She'd be like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "It's Teresa." Yeah, so Isis's first boyfriend's name was Teresa when he called the house. So Isis, Teresa's on the phone, and like, now that I think about it, that had to be really cool. She's in her house, and her mom's like, "Isis, Teresa's on the phone." She's like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, Teresa's in my economics." And I pick up the phone like, hey baby, how you doing? And then, it's a house phone, so the motherfucker probably got another phone. So I gotta keep talking like Teresa until she goes scoop the other phone or some shit. You never know. After a while, mama gets suspicious. Who the fuck is Teresa? Like, hi, I'm Teresa. I'm just So, that's how it started with Isis, man. Talking like that, kind of like sneaking around, but like not doing anything. It was just like she was Cuban and white, and I was black. I was all, and like we're just always on the phone talking. I'd be at my granddad's house, always talking to her. I remember sitting down under the mango tree talking to her all the time. Like she was like so special to me. But it was just that huge conflict of interest with the Linda thing, and like that's what sabotaged it. Because eventually Linda went with other guys, and like I was with Isis, but like I was in closer proximity to Linda because we went to the same school. We had the same classes every day, and I had her in multiple classes, and and I lived in the same neighborhood. Went to the house all the time, like so it was like really fucked up. It was really hard, But Isis, was my girl, and I was a virgin. She was a virgin, so everything was clean. Everything was like pure. I was getting older, so I was learning about sex and stuff. I wasn't like really, really trying to smash. I wasn't tripping about the shit. I was a virgin. I was a virgin, and I think the first time I met Isis, well, I remember. I think the first time I met her, she came to Richmond Heights. She was a ninth grader in Sunset High. She came to Richmond Heights after school one day. I was sitting outside on those white blocks. It was the white long, block square, and I was sitting on that. And she was sitting there with me. And we're just talking. That was the first time we were just talking. And like, I just always loved being around her. Like, there's something about Isis. Isis is like just wonderful. There was nothing wrong with her. Like, she did nothing wrong to me. It had nothing to do with her. My destiny required that to happen. And no matter how it ended, I would have had to move. My destiny required that to happen. I got introduced to sex really young, so by the time I was with Isis, I was close to being traumatized. And then somewhere in there, I ended up getting traumatized. So I broke up with her because I was traumatized and I wasn't a virgin anymore, and everything was just going horrible for me. Then I almost died. Right after I lost my virginity, I almost died. Then I started smoking weed. Then I moved. There's nothing left in Miami to do for me that would benefit me at that point. It was a fast road down, and I didn't even know. So I broke up with her. I got in a bad argument with Linda, and I was like, yo, we're not gonna make this through. And I was stupid. So I broke up with Isis because of that. Like, I was like, how am I gonna continue this? And we just broke up, like, stopped talking as friends and shit. And then we ended up being friends again. And I got back with Isis. And I wasn't a virgin anymore. Like, I cheated on her, like, it was an 18-year-old girl. And, it was just a fucked up situation. Like, I was 14, she was 18, so of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I fucked up. And that's what happened. And when I got back with her, like, it wasn't like, oh, I cheated on her with, like, a girl my age. No, it was something totally different. It was like, that was like rape and shit, man. And I was an adult. I wasn't even supposed to go down. It was my fault for even, like, pursuing that. And, it was just a horrible first time. Horrible first time. So at that point, I wasn't a virgin anymore. My energy was, like, off. And when we got back together, like, she just sensed it. She was like, I like you so much. And now I just don't feel that, because I forced her to do that. By cutting her off, I forced her to have to cut me off emotionally too so she could deal with that. We went to the movies once. Maria, Veronica was there. It was a group of us all. Isis came. I met Isis' dad. It was the Falls, the movie theater, the Falls, the shopping mall, the Falls. It's an outside mall in Miami and Kendall. And I, you know, one of the times I saw her, I know, like at that movie, we were like making out. We were making out. I was like showing up to my friends. I was like feeling embarrassed, and she was cool with that. Like not, it was just over the shirt and stuff. But like, I remember Maria like, yeah, when like I do that to me and shit. So I was like, yeah, my bad wasn't like, my bad. So, except for there was this one time that we met up. We had a private meeting because it was her brother Danny, Chris had like a soccer game, and Nick had a soccer game, some kind of game. And everybody was there. Ishmael is Nick's dad, Linda's dad, and so it was Nick, Mr. Kasana's Ishmael, and Linda, and Isis, and Sandy, and Chris, and Danny. And it's just everybody was there, and I remember sitting down under this patio with the outside gazebo kind of thing, with like that outside camp lunch area kind of thing with Isis. And it was just her and I sitting down right next to each other. And she kissed me. She says I freaked out. I probably did. That was like my first kiss. Like, I had a first kiss with a fifth grader when I was a first grader, kindergartner. I think I was kindergarten or some shit. But that don't count. I was just lucky. I got lucky. And I got banned from this life. No more going in the tunnel for you. They know what this first grader does in the tunnel. He's kissing fifth graders in there. So, I'm sitting with Isis and she kisses me and I freak out. And she laughs at that when she tells that story. You should ask her. She's like, yeah. Because I didn't remember that because I repressed it. She's like, yeah, I kissed you and you freaked out. And I was like, I don't believe that. But it's believable. So, I was like, the first time we kissed. So I just want to say, Isis, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mean anything to you after, to where it did affect you. Because I don't think I did. But I just want to be honest about everything, how special you were. And just to let you know that after all these years, like I've never been in another relationship. You're the only woman, only lady, only girl I've ever called my girlfriend. It was you. You were the only one that accepted to be my girlfriend. And when I was way shorter than you, and the racial barrier was there, you were in high school, like you did not have to even want me at all. It made sense. I guess whatever you saw is just reminiscent of what I became today, and chat films, and Chad Xavier, But back then, there was none of that. Nobody knew any of that at all. Nothing. Nobody knew anything. I didn't even have a journal. Nobody knew anything. Back then, if you knew I could write a film, like anybody who knew me back then, nobody really knew that. Even people in my family didn't know it. I never put it out. It got deleted. It was something I did, and it got destroyed. Then I just kind of stopped doing it for 10 years. I grew up. Then when it came time to pursue what I wanted to pursue in my life, I looked back on what I was good at my whole life. Remember that. Find your passion. I looked back on what I was good at, what I was most passionate about. And no matter how unfavorable the odds appeared, I pursued it. And I committed my life to it. And I committed my 20s to it. And I didn't work as hard as I could. And I picked up an addiction to marijuana. And that was there before I left Miami. So it's just something I've been dealing with for half my life. Right after the trauma and the first near-death experience. I've had acid spilled on my pants before when I was a kid too, probably before I knew ISIS. Thank God the pants I had on were kind of like acrylic, and not acrylic, but kind of like nylon, kind of like real, I call them shaggy pants. Like they sound real weird when you do this. They sound real like that. So the acid didn't eat through the pants until I took them off. I didn't even know the acid was on my pants. Sean and Danny Smith were in the garage. Not Danny Smith, Darian Smith. It was Daniel Samuels. He was in my first short film. Shout out to Darian Smith. I saw him a few years ago in Miami. I remember back then I used to read the Michael Crichton books and stuff, and it was ninth grade reading level, and I'm reading them in sixth grade, and they had no pictures in it, and super big books, mini, huge books, and 500 pages. Maybe like halfway through the books I was reading of his, because I read like 10 of them. I read a lot of them. Like I read them so much, my Uncle Dale bought some books for me from him. I had the books already, but it was still the thought that counts. Thank you, Uncle Dale, for doing that. Just showing that it was cool. This little nigga like to read. Buy him a fucking book from his favorite author. If you got it already, whatever. You put it up. That'll be the one that don't get fucked up. You should have 2 copies. One you don't read. Put it in a plastic bag. And I remember Darian Smith, he wanted to read Airframe. I was reading Airframe and I finished it or whatever. He wanted to read it. And I look back on that. Like, damn, this nigga don't really be reading like that. All of a sudden, when I read this book I'm reading, and it's 3 grade levels ahead, bro. It's written by a fucking doctor. So, it ain't no easy shit. Even in fucking 6th grade, that wasn't enough easy shit. And reading 9th grade level, I'm about to fuck the game up. Not reading on 9th grade level, when you're in the 6th grade with me, your ass is going down. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I just remember giving him the book so he could read it, whether he read it or not. It was just, hey, thanks for that, man. That always meant something to me. Like, damn, this nigga want to read the book I'm reading. And this book ain't no hoe. And the book was about an airplane crash, so it was deep. It was FAA was involved, like, it was deep. Anyway, back to ISIS. It was never something like, I guess it was always like, ever since I realized I fucked up, I did want to get back with you. Like the whole time. But it was never anything I could do about it. Like I moved, you moved, we're adults now. You got married, got divorced, no kids, so I'll probably never see you again. So this is like the last time you ever see me, like, So I just want to let you know how much you meant to me my whole life. You're the only girlfriend I ever had. Never had another one. Because I know I had you to compare that to. Like, everything be on the record. You don't want your next girl to be worse than your ex-girl. So, and my first girl and my only girl, was like, I just want what we had back with anybody, like with any woman, like in a romance, in a relationship. That's what I would want, like what we had. Just the sweetness of having to call your house phone, pretend to be a girl, have to meet you at public events and sneak off, and and to go to movies and meet your dad and talk to you on the phone all the time. Like, you were always special to me. My past was rough. Before you met me, I had already been through a lot of stuff. I was on the way to being traumatized when you met me. I was on the way. And then, as I was dating you, it happened. It happened. You had nothing to do with that. And, I deal with those memories every day, all day. That's why I film. That's why I write. It's like God gave me a gift to be able to do certain things creatively, and to get me to cherish that. He allowed me to go through an immense amount of pain that I would need to translate onto the page and the script, the screen, and I have to deal with that. God made me a writer, a filmmaker. He wants me to do that, so he gave me an immense amount of pain to have to deal with, to be able to push out all these ideas, to give me a reason to do it. Why would I wake up and immediately, I haven't eaten anything, there's nothing in here to eat. Mom, Mary asked me if I had food. I took a picture of my refrigerator, told her no. Then I told her thank you for asking, but I hate asking, and I'll get paid today, later, hopefully, and then I'll spend $20 at the grocery store, buy some food, and and I hate asking, just thinking about asking my family for anything, my mom, my Mary, it makes me want to cry, because one day, if I outlive them, then they're gonna be gone, and I'll still be here without them, and so I just want to get as strong as I can while they're here, so they can see that I'm getting stronger while they're here, so they'll know that when they're not here, I'll be okay, even if I'm not. At the end of the day, I don't really want anything from my mom, my man. I just like having them in my life, being able to call them and talk to them, just the emotional support. If it's an emergency and I need a ride to work or home or anything like that, and food and stuff, then yeah, that's cool. But if it's not an emergency, I don't want to ask, because then when an emergency happens, what do I do? I'm 1,000 miles away from my family. I don't hate my family. I don't hate anybody in there. We might have had beef, but fuck it, what's beef? Everybody got beef with somebody. It is what it is. I've just been standing up for what I believe in. So, I'm up in New York, and I look forward to getting stronger. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, of course, but physically it will be the easiest. The other stuff is harder. Get your mind strong. Get your spirit strong. Get your emotions strong. You can do push-ups all day. It's a discipline thing. I'm not just talking shit about it. I'm just saying, like, me sitting down doing 1,000 push-ups would be easier than, like, just a quiet peace of mind that I seek. But I am gonna start working out so I can force myself into a shower. It'd be really cold out here, bro. 11 degrees, 18 degrees. Last thing you want to do is get fucking naked, bro. Like, so. When my shower sliding door has a small crack in it, like, there's a little gap where I can't close that, so a little draft comes in, so. But anyway, I'm just really grateful to be alive. I'm really grateful to be alive, okay? Hey. I'm really grateful to be alive. The battery's on red. There's no bars inside. It's just red lines. Red battery. So it's gonna go out soon. It's 30 minutes in, so I can stop and come back later. I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, you're my best friend. Shout out to Isis. Shout out to Isis. I miss you. Just as a person, as a friend. Just wanted to let you know. Even if I don't mean anything to you, I'm still your motherfucking first boyfriend. Your first boyfriend's name's Chad Films, alright? You make sure you let them niggas know. David Crichton was Isis Nunez's first boyfriend. She was in 9th grade. I was in 8th grade. She didn't have to do that. She was Cuban and white. I wasn't. I was black and white. She didn't have to do that. So I just want to say thank you. And you were so good to me as a girlfriend. I never replaced the slot of girlfriend because I couldn't find one that compared to you, that would outdo you in my mind, for me to know that I didn't go backwards. My first girl was Isis, so my next girl must be better. But there was nothing wrong with Isis. There's something wrong with me, I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. Of course you do. You got married and divorced. That nigga did you worse. But I started that shit off, and I'm sorry for that. I was your first boyfriend, the first representation, and I'm sorry for that. I wasn't the best to you that I could have been. I was really good to you when I was good to you. I was 8th grade, fucking jackass. Still a fucking jackass. Not that much of a jackass, but just imagine. Look at the caliber of jackass I am now at 29, and imagine 20 years ago. 15 years ago, I was like, shit. I was my childhood. It is what it is. I experienced a lot of trauma there, so things weren't going to be all peachy. But ISIS was one of the best things about my childhood. The whole Linda thing was always this pain. It was just, and then ISIS was attached to that because it was like, she wasn't attached to the pain, it was just attached to what made me feel the pain. Like, yo, I got this girl over here, ISIS, that loves me, and I love her, and like, what's going on with this Linda thing? And then Linda's like with Troy and Sean, and just this and that. I'm caught up in all these, like, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, it was overwhelming. And then the trauma, you know, the molestation, the anal penetration, the introduction to homosexuality, like, my childhood was fucked up. Then I almost died. Then I started smoking weed. Then I moved. I admit, really depth seekers, really fast. But of course you caught them, because they're all trigger words. So you can say trigger words as fast as you want. Hold up, nigga, did you just say trigger word? Hold up, nigga. They just... Troy called me on that shit one time. He's like, hold up. You are not about to just go skip past that like you didn't just say that. No. Hold up. You are not about to just keep going like you didn't just say that. Well, that's what I was intending to do, nigga. Till you stop me. Hey. So shout out to ISIS. You know, shout out Vanessa Perez. Just, I'm gonna talk about middle school, Richmond Heights, high school, elementary school, all that stuff next. 30 minutes in. I gotta go. It's 11:30. I gotta check the trades and stuff. Oh my goodness. See, as soon as I'm about to stop recording, that's when like all the anxiety's coming back. Like, this is the most peaceful time for me right here. Just sitting down, looking at the camera, just talking, and spilling my guts. Like, just spill my fucking guts. Just tell you all my secrets as much as I can. As much as I can afford to tell you. I pretty much told you everything. Hold back as least as possible. So I'll hold back. Well, I need to hold back. Everything else that could be used to help, just put it out there. 32 minutes in. Oh my goodness. As soon as I think about pressing the button to stop recording, all the anxiety's coming back. It's like, oh, you gotta roll up and smoke and go back and record again. And then what are you gonna do? You know? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. That's why I filmed everything. They didn't know. It just feels like it would just be so easy to just die. But I'm not dead yet, so I must be grateful for that. I'll be grateful God still wants me here on this beautiful planet amongst such beautiful people. And just do the best to get as strong as I can and work as hard as I can. Just work harder with what I want to do and with what I don't want to do. Isn't what I have to do. And, you know, and I want to do that because I have to do it. So if I have to do it, I want to do it. So I can do what I want to do. And I just pray God just has mercy on my soul and just helps to heal my mind, my heart, my body, my soul, my emotions. You know, oh man, I don't know. Sometimes I just want to like sit in the corner and just disappear. So maybe I should just sit in the corner and play some meditative tracks and meditate while my trades are going and just disappear. You know? Just sit down and breathe to 1,000. Maybe that's what I really just need to do and stop looking at like meditation. Just breathe to 1,000. Take 1,000 deep breaths because your mind is going so fast. You need 1,000 deep breaths to just halt that shit for a second, man. Just take 1,000 deep breaths. Look at it like push-ups. Push up the lines 1,000 times. So, just take your deep breaths. It makes sense. Take your deep breaths. You're so anxious. You're not taking enough deep breaths. You get so anxious. Your mind races so fast, I feel like it's just gonna explode. Alright, I gotta check my trades. Thank you so much for watching this. The Chaz Show. It's very interesting. If you sat down, watched the whole season, you would have a blast.